Meeghan, would you cut it out? Hey, it's me, Ciscoe Morrison. Here's what's coming up on Gardening with Ciscoe. Meeghan! Why put plain water in a vase when you can put these in? We'll show you something that adds even more color to a cut flower bouquet. These high school kids are hard at work building an organic garden. Find out what's behind all this industry. I'm manning the grill, but I'm not cooking burgers. And this week's plant pick is a find for people on a health kick. All this and a new suspension bridge at a local garden is coming up right now on Gardening with Ciscoe. I'm Ciscoe Morris.
And I'm Meeghan Black. Welcome to Gardening with Ciscoe.
We're at the Bellevue Botanical Garden today, but we're going to show you the wild side of the garden.
Wait.
They put a new nature trail through a wonderful natural forest.
Gorgeous.
And wait till we show everybody how you get across the deep ravine. Oh la la, very Indiana Jones.
Ooh, get your hat ready.
Yeah.
Ready to go? Absolutely. But before we discover that brand new trail, we have a new discovery to share with you. The next time you have a fresh bunch of flowers, don't stick them in water. Put them in water balls. Something has brought the child in Ciscoe out once again. These little beads, all these fun colors.
Oh, yeah.
And look what they turn into. Look at this.
Yeah, these things are called water balls.
Wow.
And, you know, they feel kind of like weird.
They're kind of slimy, yeah.
And so they start like these little teensy things, and then they turn into this.
So how do you do that?
Let's empty one of those.
Empty the whole thing?
Whatever color you like, yeah, right in there.
I'm going to do purple because I like purple.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Cool. Now, all you have to do...
grab some water.
And you got to put enough water. This takes 8 hours.
Wow, so they'll soak up and then they'll become like this size.
But like when I filled this one up, I had this almost to the top, and I strained it out this morning.
So then the question becomes, these are cool little water bowls. Now what do you do with them?
I thought you might ask that question.
I mean, they're really neat, Ciscoe, but really.
Well, you know what? They're polymers. You know how we use quinch all the time to show it on TV? So here you go, Meeghan. So we're going to, you could put your cut flowers, you don't add any water at all.
Really? You just add these guys?
Yep.
And you don't put water in them?
No, you don't. Once they're full of water, you don't need to anymore. And I should say these are non-toxic. I've done research on these. They're totally safe, but you don't want your kids eating a ton of them or something, you know.
This is cool.
I think I read they come in 58 colors.
Oh, my Lord.
And I think they last months and months. So you can put cut flowers in these. So we have to figure out, I wonder if we better put this in.
I was going to say, because I've got this great little design
how's
going.
The size here? Where do you think I'd have cut that, Meeghan?
I like to write just a little bit off the bottom. No, down below.
Okay. See how that looks.
Look at that! How cute is that? So you don't want, this is watering
I don't have to add any water. These just give the water back. I just took these cuttings from one of my cool house plants.
Don't tell me you could root. You could root that in them?
I can root it.
No way.
So in fact, I'm gonna, because this plant is my favorite house plant.
They're called water balls. Now, other polymers, you can like re-soak them once they give their water back and they swell back up. Do these do that?
That's what these do.
Wow.
So, and you know what you should do though? You might want to take them out and rehydrate them every couple weeks, something like that.
Right.
So hey, would this look cool in there with these?
No. How's that for a short answer? No.
That's very funny.
Now the question becomes, I don't like it, sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to pop this off like this. I'm calling it good. Can you see this? I'm going to see what this does. Ooh! Look at that. So they're just little crystal water crystals.
Yeah, they're just, and when you want to get rid of them, you just take them out, put them around the plant, plant the plant, put them in the soil with the plant. They act just like a polymer.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they'll give the water back. How cool is that? Look at this thing.
Hey, I can root some of mine in here.
That looks better. I'm thinking we gotta say this. You know, this looks like a child might just love to play with something.
Oh, isn't this the coolest? Hey, I like the design you did in there. That's really
creative?
Pretty.
Water balls? Who calls them water balls? They're water beads.
Oh, la la. Oh, my gosh. Well, they turn into water balls, you know.
And you know they do. The one thing, if you're going to use those, you need to make sure that the balls are fully saturated before you stick the plants in, and then you put a little more water in. Otherwise, they just keep sucking up the water, so you got to be careful of that.
Did you have a little disaster?
Yeah, they keep popping out of the little vase. Anyway, they're really fun for children to play with, too. It's a great science experiment.
Hey, let's go check out some of the wild sides of Bellevue here.
Let's do it. Welcome back to Gardening with Ciscoe from Bellevue Botanical Gardens. This is the Lost Meadow Trail. It is on the way to the brand new Indiana Jones suspension bridge. Well, maybe they're not calling it that, but they do have a new suspension bridge. It's going to be open to the public soon, and we are going to check it out.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Hey, speaking of great experiences,
yes,
some high school kids in West Seattle are building an incredible organic garden, and it's all thanks to Hendrikus Organics. Check this out. As these Chief Sealth High School students shovel, haul, and plant, they inspired Tina Peterson of Hendrikus Organics.
As I learned more about Chief Sealth and what they're about community, working in the community. They're about diversity of students. They have students of all types here. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking about soil. Well, soil, what makes living soil work is biodiversity. The more biodiversity, the better. Soil works in a community basis where all this biodiversity works together to create a living soil and create the life that comes out of our soil. So when I think about the school and what they're doing and this project, it's so fitting.
This multi-classroom garden building project is meant to help students see the importance of organic gardening on both a global scale and on a local level. The goal is to eventually have them prepare and eat the organic food they grow.
We're thanking everybody that helped us to be able to start these gardens here at school.
The Boeing Employees Credit Union gave a grant for the equipment, and Hendrikus Organics contributed soil, fertilizer, Start Right for seeds, Hue Magic, and education to make sure the beds are built right.
There's 400 billion in a teaspoon of healthy soil. So they're so tiny you can't see them with the naked eye.
It's something that we really believe in, and it's one of the ways that we can give back to the community, is to see the kids who are coming up and who are turning into adulthood have an awareness that's been lost over the years.
The crew from Hendrikus Organics seems to be getting something out of this as well.
Oh, I feel like I'm a kid again. I mean, I'm excited. It's great to see kids this interested and participating in it, because you don't normally see this in schools. I'd like to see this happening in all the schools, the opportunity for kids to really get their hands into the soil and understand where the food comes from. So for me, it's exciting. I couldn't wait to get here this morning.
Eventually, these kids will be snacking on veggies they grew themselves.
What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for tomatoes more than anything. I don't like tomatoes.
What do you like, man? What are you going for? What are you going for then?
Lettuce? I like lettuce.
Harvest time is still a ways off, but meanwhile, everyone is working together, building a good place for seeds to grow.
Yeah, they're working hard. They're great kids down here at Chief Sealth International High School.
It's great. It's good to know that our school is actually doing something very, very productive here. This is a cool program. I'm glad to be a part of it.
You know, Meeghan, kids growing organic veggies, that sounds so nice, makes me happy. And don't you wish every school could have a garden?
I know, that'd be so awesome, because as a mom, your kid, they love grabbing that carrot, yanking it out of the ground, or a pea pod off the vine. It works perfectly.
Or a Brussels sprout?
Yeah, to throw at you. Ciscoe, you saved us. You found this bench. That third of a mile trail is just a killer.
Man, there were some big hills there, too.
Oh, I know.
Well, welcome back to Gardening with Ciscoe from the Bellevue Botanical Garden. Meeghan, how can you tell it's spring?
It usually warms up. I keep waiting.
No, because we're freezing our hinders off.
No kidding.
And because asparagus is hitting the shelves in the produce department.
And you got to cook it with Lynne via. I can't believe it.
Yeah. We gilded the lily in one of her best recipes. Oh, la la. Hey, did you know that asparagus is in the lily family?
That's why I like it.
Okay, we've got a barbecue here, asparagus, all those olives and capers and things.
What do you
this
think?
Tapas?
It is!
Oh, la la!
What a genius.
I just got back from Spain not too long ago.
No way!
So,
Well, we're going to relive.
Tapas. Oh.
So what we're going to do then, I've got some gorgeous asparagus spears, a little bit of garlic oil on there. Extra virgin olive oil, of course.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just scatter those across the grill like this.
Oh.
I had someone ask me once, my asparagus always falls through the grate of my grill.
Oh, that would be
I'm like,
terrible.
turn them the other way. All right.
That's a good idea.
So garlic oil on our bread as well.
Okay.
This is some nice local essential bakery.
Yeah.
And we're going to grill those up too, so you can see kind of where we're going with this. We're going to make our little base. So we'll give those just a few minutes, just to get a little color and a little marking on the asparagus.
Do I need to turn these over?
Give them about a minute, and then we'll start flipping them.
Okay, great. Okay, little guys.
Beautiful. Okay, you did a gorgeous job.
Oh, thank
my
you.
gosh.
Nothing
Yes,
to
I
it
know.
for the champ here, you know.
So what I like to do, I err on the side of a little bit al dente on the asparagus because they're going to continue to cook, you know, after you take them off. It's not like we're going to refresh them in any water or anything. And then I'm going to grab the bread and throw those on here too as well. You did a perfect job.
I am the master, I must admit it.
Yes, you are. Okay, so now that we have this base, we're going to saute up some gorgeous topping, and then we'll put it together.
Oh, boy.
So next stage is all these beautiful things that are going to go on top and sort of finish it up. And this is where all the fun flavors come together, okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little garlic oil in this pan, and then you're going to give me that fresh thyme there.
Okay. Right in?
Yep, just right in.
Okay.
So about a teaspoon of thyme. Whoa, look how... I love it when it does that.
Wow.
Olives and capers.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, boy.
So what we're doing here is we're getting some herby, some salty, and then those red bell peppers.
All right.
A little bit of sweetness from the peppers.
Yep.
Right. And now look at the colors that we're building up here.
Boy. You want these green?
Yep, and then fresh basil.
Oh, yeah.
The key here, the basil and then the mangoes should go in right at the last minute.
Okay.
So, yep, that's perfect. Go ahead and
mango, in you go.
So you might think it's kind of crazy, mangoes and olives going in together, but trust me, these sweet and salty flavors, very Spanish.
Hey, I trust you. Let me tell you, when it comes to cooking, boy, oh boy.
So a little bit of salt and freshly ground pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh lemon juice over the whole thing.
Oh.
Don't get your nose in there. That's going to be
my
some
nose
serious...
wants to get in there. I'll tell you what, boy.
And then we're just going to toss that all together. All you want to do here, like I said, is just heat that through.
So you're not really trying to, you know, turn it a different color.
Nope, exactly. Really nothing that we added in there needs to cook. You know, just sort of soften it up and meld all the flavors together.
Yeah, I like it.
So the sweet and the salty, this is so much fun. So I tell you what, we'll get some plates and we'll put our dish together and I'll let you have a taste.
Wait to try this.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Okay.
This is so exotic.
I love the way these smell. It is kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah.
This is really fun.
I love it.
I feel like I'm back in Spain right now.
I wish that we were, my dear.
I wish we were too.
I know,
man.
exactly. Okay, so a couple of pieces of our grilled toast, and then 2 or 3 asparagus spears, whatever you like.
Oh.
And then you can then just garnish it up with all of our beautiful things.
Oh, man.
And you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'll bet you anything it's sunny outside.
It is.
Should we just, take our plates and pretend like we are in Spain and go eat al fresco?
Oh, that sounds so fun.
I think we got ourselves a plan.
Oh, boy. This is so beautiful.
Thank you. I just love it. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, this is going to be so fun.
All right.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good.
Exactly. It's like...
Meeghan, did you know that in Washington State, we grow 40% of all the asparagus grown in the United States?
We grow it? I had no idea.
Yeah, how about that? And when it hits the shelves at PCC, they sell more of that than any other produce but one thing. You want a hint?
Yeah. Let me see those bananas fly off the shelves and swing from the trees regularly.
You got it. Welcome back to Gardening with Ciscoe. We finally found the suspension bridge.
Look at it.
Is that thing cool? 15 tons of steel spanning 150 feet right over that deep ravine.
That is crazy cool.
It's almost more exciting than this week's plant pick.
How dare you, of all people, say that? Because our plant pick is pretty darn exciting. It's a berry, and it's showing up in all the stores. It claims to have a lot of health benefits, and here's the thing, you can grow it too. Goji Berry. It sure doesn't look like much right now.
It doesn't look like much. It's kind of a vine.
Okay.
So we're gonna figure out some ingenious way to kind of keep it standing up.
Well, for those of you who don't know what a goji berry is, it's this cute little crimson star berry that you see right here. And let me just tell you a few quick facts. The Chinese native is prized for its nutritious bright red berries, high in antioxidants, all amino acids. They're called the fruit of eternal life. What kind of soil, what kind of sun, what are we looking at?
You know what? It's in the tomato family.
No way.
All things. Yeah. And they love.
Except it's hardy to -10.
Yeah.
That's no tomato.
They grow in Utah in the desert, but they come from like the high Himalayan mountains. So what they need is they can grow in almost any soil, but it has to be well drained. And you don't want to water the livid tweedle out of this thing, because if you do that,
it'll rot.
It'll rot, and that's the problem.
1 to 2 years to bear fruit.
Yeah.
They will. It could yield 5 pounds of fruit.
Holy cats! Man, oh man!
You're going to be living a long time, my friend.
Between this and Brussels sprouts, my gosh, I'm going to have to get new clothes just so my muscles don't rip my jackets.
4 to 5 feet high, full to half-day sun. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Ooh, do we want to? I guess he's okay.
It's a pretty good shape.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. You can see the roots.
You know what? I think we're too deep here.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oops. So well. Yeah. It's not. There's not a whole lot of roots to that, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
There we go.
That?
Perfect.
Okay. Stand this guy up here. One of the big problems with a plant like this, Meeghan, is it's so viney.
Yes.
We cut this little stake off, it's just gonna lie down. So as this grows up, it's just gonna flop over and everything.
Right.
So I thought we could do something really cool.
Ah.
So stick this right behind it, and I forgot to bring ties, but we could tie this to this. And look at this, Meeghan. Look at this thing from the Flower and Garden show I got.
I like him.
Boy, we gotta make it go like this so it looks cool here.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Feng shui.
You know, it's hard getting these to stay straight. It's almost impossible. I can never get them quite straight. Oh, pretty good.
And then, so
you got good feng shui yourself here.
When you, we'll wait to untie these so that when you get your little ties, we'll tie it on this guy, and as he grows out, then he'll wind his way.
Yeah, or it won't wind, so I have to keep tying it on.
Oh, okay.
But I can kind of use this to kind of hold it and let it come out and try and do something fancy with it.
Berries.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, am I going to be buff? I can see it already.
So Goji Berry, the fruit is pretty cute.
Yeah, it is cute. You know, I think it'll look pretty out here. And man, I can't wait. They're supposed to be real sweet and tasty, you know.
And healthy. I'm all for it. You can invite me over. A Goji Berry pie. A la mode.
They're good with Brussels sprouts. That's what I have. Oh la la, is this exciting being on this? Hey, cut that out, you rascal. Meeghan, I have an idea.
What's that?
Why don't you cross the bridge and I'll stay here just in case something goes wrong so I can call for help.
No, why don't we switch that and you do that?
No.
So we're here on this brand new suspension bridge at the Bellevue Botanical Gardens. We're holding on to these tethers because it's still under construction. It's going to open to the public very soon. When it's completed, 320 people can stand on it. So all of a sudden, even though it's wobbly, I feel a little better.
I feel a little better now, too.
See if I can make a jump.
La la. Hey, the grand opening happens on Mother's Day. Would you behave yourself? Oh la la. So get here at 12:30 because it's going to be quite a celebration.
Now, it was built by Seattle Bridge and is designed designed to give people the experience of being suspended within the forest canopy. Boy, does it ever. The whole area has been planted with Northwest native plants by volunteers, and it feels like a hike in the Cascades, even though you're just minutes from downtown Bellevue.
So everybody, get on your pith helmet, grab your machete, be brave, get out on a suspension bridge.
Can't you see the big boulder from Indiana Jones coming our way now?
Oh, la la.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. Come check out the bridge when it's open.
Now, you quit jumping around out there. That's too scary.